Welcome to another installment of Property Vlogs. Today we're going to show you a 4-bedroom semi-detached property in the Midlands. It's on sale for about £500,000 and the approximate size is 1355 square feet. If any of that sounds good to you, stay tuned and we'll tour the whole thing together. Hi, come inside and welcome home. It's a bit chilly outside, isn't it? So, right, we are in the hallway. I love to see the fact the first thing is we've got this entry kind of protective matting on the floor, which is really great for stopping kind of muddy feet trekking in dirt in the hallway. We've got this really nicely sized front door with a great frosted panel as well, bringing in lots of light. I like the more contemporary angle they've gone with the front door. We're now in the entry hallway, and as you can see, we've got a mystery door there. But before we go in, let's look at kind of the architraves and the door styles for this property. We've got a very kind of a pared down version of like your traditional architraves. It's got an almost shadow gap, but it's actually a V-shaped gap. So it's more of a bevel that goes all the way in the architraves, and then you've got two shadow gaps in the skirting board. It's all very contemporary, but kind of leaning back into the traditional aesthetic as well. And just looking at the door panel for the ground floor, this is the solid one. It's got a veneer on the outside and it's kind of like an oak finish as well, which is really, really glossy and shiny. So that's very different, and I like that with the little paneling as well. It's all very contemporary. Lovely chrome handles as well in hardware. And then the downstairs toilet, the WC or powder room, has got this hidden cistern toilet, and I like the way they've kind of done it, built out the wall so it doesn't read like a hidden cistern too much. Got a ledge there for decor. It's always going to house candles or something, or toiletries, but it's quite convenient to have, given that most show homes struggle with storage. So that's nice. The hidden cistern's by Rocker, the toilet's by Rocker as well. So the white goods by Rocker. The sink, yep. So the white goods here are by Rocker. You've got your full mirror there. That's probably an upgrade, just bear that in mind. And yeah, so it's a 2-piece suite. I love the flooring here. It's kind of like a whitewash wood, very neutral toned, which means it'll go with a lot of different color schemes as well. So that's the downstairs toilet. Also, if I just point out these chrome, very, very shiny light switches, so that's nice. But again, most likely an upgrade. So coming into this room, so I love this glazed door. So it's similar to the bathroom door, except you've obviously got glazed panels, bringing in lots of light from the hallway and connecting the spaces together, which is all the things I like to see. We've got spotted our radiator here. I'm pretty sure there would have been one in the hallway, but essentially there's central heating, no electric heaters, which is going to be great for your energy bills. They've staged this room as a dining room, and it's kind of like a snug, so you can have it as like a little living area if you wanted to. But because it is adjacent to the rest of the spaces over there, it works really nicely as a dining room. We've got our large window there, and this window is very, very wide. It's probably about 1 meter wide, and they've accented it with these kind of floor to ceiling curtains, which I love seeing nowadays. And yeah, so that brings in a lot of light, and you can see the front of your property, and that's pretty much what's going on in this space. So moving through this space, why don't we go this way instead of through the corridor again? So the next space is going to be our kitchen space. So this is kind of like a galley kitchen where you have counters on both sides, but the space between is, I think, more than sufficient, because in a lot of properties you have like the space is actually quite tight, but this is pretty good. So let's say you're chopping vegetables. It's very easy for you to flip around and then fry them in your wok frying pan. So looking at this kitchen, we've got this solid surface worktop, and I like to see this because usually it's laminate or some kind of marble or granite effect stones. So this is an artificial material, which is why they've been able to mold in the sink into it and the grooves for the strainer and the drains. So that's pretty cool. I love the fact that they could carry it on seamlessly, and they've also continued that in the upstands as well. So there's a window actually right in front of your sink. It does overlook your side passageway, so it's not like you have the most amazing view, but it's always good to get a view out of your a view whilst you're doing the washing up. So we've got this white solid surface worktop. It's quite thick. And then we've got these kind of grey high gloss cabinets as well, with these really super square and angled kind of handles on them. So that's pretty nice. And then we've got on my left, we've got an electric hob by AEG, an induction hob. We've also got an extract fan, also by AEG. And then this dark grey contrasting unit and the other one on the side, this one's going to be a fridge, I can tell. Yep. So you got your fridge, also by AEG. Going backwards, I can hear a faint sound of a boiler. We've got an Ideal Logic Heat H18 boiler. We've also got a kind of built-in integrated oven system here by AEG. We've got, this is pretty cool, and I'm not sure if it's standard because it's quite fancy for a show home, but as you can see, it's of a nice quality AEG oven, probably microwave oven, and storage, I guess. Yes, storage. Soft closer, tick, tick, tick. So usually horizontal handle is going to be the dishwasher. Yep, dishwasher and storage everywhere. And we do get asked to open all the doors to show people what's inside. Empty. Empty washing machine, empty dishwasher, empty storage. And I love the fact that there's storage right below the oven instead right below the hob instead of an oven. So that's the kitchen area, beautifully done. Going back into the corridor, let's do it this way. So this is where you would come in, obviously, when you first enter your home. We've got a staircase over there going to the top floor. The last few treads are winders. Some people don't like winders. Don't want to bore you with why that is. But then we've got a mystery door, which is most likely going to be our understair storage. Oh, that's nice. And isn't it cute how they've painted that blue as well? Because you never see it, so most people just paint it white. But this is your consumer unit where your fuse board is, your BT, your internet, your fiber optic, everything goes in there, all the boring stuff. You can kind of turn it into a cloak or a shoe store. And then let's move on. So coming into this space, we've got the open plan living kitchen area, which you access through this glazed door. I love to demo the glazed door, so if you don't understand what glass is. So glazed doors means that I can be in this room and I feel connected with the rest of the room. As you're coming into your property, you're going to feel connected, the light's going to feel connected, and the whole ambience is going to be a lot easier to create because the spaces flow a lot nicer together. So that's that door. Let's close it for a second. So now that we're in this open plan space, I love the proportions of this space. When I mean that, I mean, sometimes you get a lot of developers, they advertise, oh, you know, the space is 14 square meters or I don't know, 100 square feet. But the thing is that if the space is shaped like a long corridor, you're not going to be able to use it as much because furniture arrangement is going to be awkward. This is not the case for this space. It's rectangular, which means you get to benefit from the views of the back garden, which have been beautifully landscaped. We'll show you that in a second. There's this really cool rear bay window feature, which I've not seen before in a kind of your typical show home. So the window allow you to look to the side of the garden on both sides. You've got glazed panel there as well, so opening windows either side, and then two large double doors. I love that. Essentially, it's kind of like a little nook there for like reading and just enjoying the garden area. And then obviously you've got your open plan living space. Some people probably would prefer to have maybe a door somewhere in this arrangement, but I quite like the fact that I can sit here and look all the way at the front of the property. That is very unique to have. So it's up to you whether that's a benefit or something that works against the property. But pretty much that's this space. I love the way it's been staged. Obviously, the decor is beautiful. I try not to touch too much on decor because it does, even without trying, it does influence you. But we try and look at proportion, space, light, orientation, and just trying to get as much value for money. So yeah, that's the downstairs. So let's go through back to the corridor, upstairs. And don't you just love the flow of the property, how the dining room, the kitchen links into the lounge? I don't know if you spotted that. That's pretty cool. But going to the first floor, we've got a really cool feature here. I like that. That's basically extending the post at the end of the handrail. We've got our carpeted treads. which we're used to seeing in UK properties. And we've arrived on the first floor. So what room should we go into first? This room. So let's go into there. So this is being staged as an upstairs lounge, but essentially it's another bedroom really. Another usable room, a cinema room, whatever you want to call it. We've got in this space the really cool feature of the glass door as well. So if it is going to be a bedroom, just bear that in mind. Most likely these glass doors are upgrades anyway, so you get to decide what they're going to be. So I love the proportions of this room. It pretty much sits directly above the downstairs lounge, the open plan lounge that we saw. So it's very nice, rectangular room. It's got 2 windows overlooking the garden as well. Yep, like that. And you can see the view of your garden. They've accommodated a 2-seater over there, 2 end tables, but you could probably do an L-shaped sofa, a little snuggy kind of sofa here, an armchair. Just, you can make this room whatever you want. It's a nice sizable room with really, really good proportions. So the next room is this bathroom, and immediately I will notice the transition of the flooring. I think this is tiled flooring. It's really lovely. And then we've got a window letting in ventilation. We've got a hidden cistern here by Rocker. And then we've got what looks to be like a full wall-to-wall mirror, which I cannot get enough of mirrors. And then I love the transition between these beautiful ceramic tiles as well into the mirror as well, and that's pretty cool. High gloss ceramic tile and very neutral stone effect. We've got a solid well, not a solid, when I say solid I mean it's not see-through. We've got an opaque door for privacy as well, and I don't know if I mentioned white goods by Rocker as well. So coming to the rest of the corridor, we've got a room here, and this room is currently staged as a double. There are a few pinch points in this room caused by the splay. So you'll see that in a second if you just come into the room. So that's the splay I'm talking about, which is the angled wall. It creates a little pinch point here if you were to create a double, but most people should be able to squeeze through. On your left, there's a fitted wardrobe area. That is most likely going to be a extra you'll have to pay for. But the good thing is that even if you don't decide to pay for a fitted wardrobe, there is space there for a wardrobe to be put in that space from IKEA. So we've got a dresser here. Most likely you'll have a TV there. We've got a large window here with an opening light here. It's only 1 opening light, guys. So that's interesting. Could have been 2, but you know, it's a large window, so you're going to have unobstructed views, which I love. And then also it's large enough to allow ventilation and light to come in. So mystery door takes us to the ensuite. So this ensuite is, it's basically a 3-piece suite, I can tell. It's got a shower there with a handheld device. Looks like the fittings are by Myra, which is great, a reputable brand. Rocker toilet with the hidden cistern. So it seems as though the hidden cistern thing is here to stay in this property. Everywhere has a hidden cistern toilet. Lots of areas for storage. And also we've got the mirror as well there. And then I really do like these tiles, which are kind of got this texture and this pattern on them. Looks lovely. Toilet, sink, you've got your shower, and then you've got a window letting in lots of light, natural light and ventilation. So coming back into the bedroom, if you squeeze past the pinch point, we're now back on the landing area, and now we're going to go to the next floor, the second floor of the property. So now we're on the second floor, and the first thing I want to say is that I've already noticed that we don't feel like we're in the roof. We're actually on, it is a genuine second floor. There's flat ceilings everywhere, so it's going to feel spacious. So with that being said, let's go into the first room. So we've got the same doors that we saw throughout the property. We're just going to come into this bedroom, and then I can start looking at the mystery doors. So this has a double bed, a large double it looks like, or maybe even a king size bed. So it fits a double, tick. Has space for wardrobes, tick. These are some gorgeous mirrored sliding doors as well on this fitted wardrobe area. We've got a mystery door, and I think that's what's making a faint noise. So it is your hot water cylinder. which makes me think there might be a lot of thermostatic showers in this property versus electric showers. So this bedroom has a large window facing the front of the property, bringing in lots of light. And then we've got an ensuite, which pretty much mirrors the same ensuite we saw downstairs. So we've got rocker white goods, a Bristol tap actually. That's pretty cool. Oh, I don't want to open it. If you know anything about show homes, just try not to flush the toilets or open the sinks. The shower area, I might have not mentioned it before, it's fully tiled in this gorgeous, gorgeous tiling, mirror, shower as well, and window letting in ventilation. Back in this room, so let's go back into the hallway again, and let's go in this room here, which is a family bath actually. It's another sizable bathroom, fully tiled over the bath, mirror feature as well. So let's run through this. What's usually standard is half height tiling to bath areas, because it's seen as not needing tiling because you're going to be in the bath. If you do have a shower installed over bath, it would be full tiling. But looking at this room, let's just play a little game of what's extras. So essentially that mirror on that wall, most likely going to be an extra. The tiling above half height is going to be extra. I think everything else is pretty much going to be standard, but you would obviously have to check with the developer. So yeah, you've got your light bringing in ventilation, the hidden cistern again, a heated towel rail, and beautiful, beautiful tiling throughout. Then the next room we're going to go to is this one. It is being staged as a single bedroom, but you guys know that I like a single bedroom to be used as a study, an office, a spare bedroom, games room, or a little cinema snug. So yeah, it's a nice sizable single bed with a large window facing the back. And then let's look at the next space. Oh, they beat me to it. So do we need a study office when you've got a bedroom / study already? So this is another single bedroom. You've got your window facing the back as well. And I like this because most people don't know that if you have a single bedroom, you only have to account for a single wardrobe actually. But most people have so many clothes these days that it's kind of like, what is a single wardrobe? I've never seen one of those. It's like an, So anyway, with that being said, you've toured this property with us. Thanks for staying all the way through to the end. If you liked what you saw, give this video a like. If you saw anything interesting you want to bring to our attention, comment below. We read all the comments and reply to them. But most of all, subscribe to us because we will be touring properties like this every Sunday. So stay tuned and we'll see you in the next video.